I don't know. What are your thoughts? Would you Phil? Would you make your own voice assistant if it was easy enough to, or would you still stick to an Amazon Echo
Mm,
or something
that's
like that?
tough. So I really like the Amazon Echo in terms of being able to ask it things like the weather, set alarms,
Hmm.
set timers, um,
But I
those
mean, if you bring all
things.
of that into Home Assistant,
I mean, maybe
yeah,
like at the moment, I don't think that's Home Assistant's focus, and
no,
that's fair enough, right? They want to
yeah,
focus on
yeah, yeah,
let's just concentrate on controlling the smart home, right? And those
totally.
things, like I rarely ask the Echo for things like who was the first president of the United States, right? Like I would never ask like trivia questions, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't need that in a smart assistant, but I do want
Hmm.
time, uh, like weather timers. Would I build my own device? It would come down to the quality of how accurate that voice assistant is. Um,
Yeah.
I've experimented with local voice. For those that may have followed my blog, my first foray before Home Assistant was a Kickstarter project that used the Microsoft Xbox Connect voice bars
Oh,
to
that's
do
right. Yeah.
local processing of voice. Um, Unfortunately, like it's my experience back then was hit or miss, right? It's still
Yeah.
uh, you say things and it completely like even what you would sometimes get today with the
Hmm.
smart speakers, right? It's just hey, turn on this light, and it does something completely random or doesn't listen
Yeah.
or doesn't hear you half the time. So as long as if I could maintain the level of quality I had, like if I knew like 99% of the time, when I talk to something, it does what I want it to do. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely, I'll go completely local. But um, the cost of that being run locally, I'm not sure is available just yet. Like it might be too expensive to run that on
Yeah.
a home hardware. What about yourself?
I think I would. It would definitely be a back burner project for me, just because again, it's you make fun of me every week, anyways, Phil,
Yeah.
for all the projects I take on that I don't do. But I think if I were to do it, it would be a experiment in how good is it.
Yep.
It'd be more just curiosity. But I think I agree with you. Like I still, as much as I don't like having cloud connected things.
Mm.
Right? I mean, if my internet goes out, as an example, the Amazon Echo is effectively useless.
Yeah.
Not effectively; it's actually absolutely useless. There's just nothing it can do.
If the
And
internet
I
goes out,
don't
it's probably
know.
worse for you because it's like as soon as even if it thinks you've said the word, it'll go, sorry, the internet's not working,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
wake you up in the middle of the night, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. So I again, that's the side of the cloud connected devices that I struggle with. And obviously, the tomorrow they can turn around and say, hey, Amazon or Google or Apple, whoever it is, can turn around and say, "Hey, you know what? This actually isn't what we want to get into," and
mm,
kill it, right? And we know how, like, even especially with Google, a lot of things are perpetually beta. Even when they rip the beta tag off, we know kind of exactly what they do
yeah.
with certain things. Um, yeah, I'd love to try it again. Would I use that as a replacement if it really, really, really wowed me? Maybe. But yeah, it'd be. I don't think it'd be a hard sell, but I think it would be a bit of a sell for me internally.
I think also how the home assistant voice works for me is going to be how much of an inconvenience it would be to use another third party
Hmm.
library to like I saw. Oh, I remember we saw a demo of the Siri like shortcuts. You have to
Yep.
ask to speak to Home Assistant first, and then I think Google Assistant had something similar back in the early days. Um, so if you have to, the idea is I would just want to be able to yell at something to turn off a light. Like to get to Star Trek, right? Computer, turn
Yeah.
off the lights, right?
Yeah.
Sorry if
Yeah.
your Amazon Echo is set to computer as your
Yeah.
wake word. But that's sort of the ease that I would like, and I don't just want it for
Hmm.
myself. It's for other people in not my home as well that are already used to the little lady in the Amazon Echo. Um, I think, yeah, I would I would want it to be as easier to speak to as her right now.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll get there.
Oh, I'm certainly hope though.
Yeah, I'd love to see essentially this box here, which is my Echo,
Yep.
fully local, fully programmable, like stick a ESP or whatever in there,
Yep.
right? And yeah, let me have control over it. Plus, give me all of the benefits of the accuracy, if you want to call it, right? I mean,
Custom wake
sometimes
words
these boxes
alone
are.
would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Get
Right.
away from the Alexa word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. And brand names. Like I don't want to have to yell out a brand name just to talk to something, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That sounds especially silly.